Both bottom-up and top-down training approaches are important, and you don't have to make a choice. Now, there are some coaches out there that are going to lead you to believe that you need to make a choice, that for some silly reason there's this bottom-up people versus the top-down people. It's completely ridiculous, and it's propagated by those that are bottom-up coaches that have an agenda. They want to get your business, okay? Now, that doesn't discredit the bottom-up approach. As I said, I'm a bottom-up coach myself. But in the 4 pillars of singing, you will find lots of top-down training approaches as well. And if other coaches aren't offering that or emphasizing that, then they have no vested interest in sharing that information with you. Now, why would we want top-down training techniques? You want top-down training techniques primarily because bottom-up training is heavy resistance training. It requires a lot of musculature and a lot of experience. Now, you don't have to be singing and training for 10 years, but a raw beginner is at a huge risk of running into all kinds of vocal problems if in the beginning they immediately start with chest pulling techniques. I've seen it every day. I get clients from these other coaches that only advocate bottom-up training, and what I have is a disaster on my hands. Very sad individuals that have spent a lot of money and time and are feeling very upset because they're only getting more pushy and hurting. If that's you, I'm here to tell you that bottom-up training is not the only path. It is a path, and it is important, and you should work on it. If you train with me, you will work on it, but only after you can first rehabilitate your voice and make a beautiful onset, that you can get nice, good compression, that you understand a little bit about singing vowels and vowel modification, that you can release your voice and the constriction and get to a heady position. Do some basic bridging, even if it doesn't sound big and boomy yet, still just do some basic bridging and release all that constriction. Some people need to train top-down or light mass techniques early on just to get on their feet and get oriented and get some good vocal health going. Others can go straight into bottom-up techniques and they'll be okay. It just depends on the individual. So what I'm saying to you is train both bottom-up resistance training techniques and top-down techniques so that you can train and master the coordination required for both approaches. And for beginners out there, be careful. Be careful, because if you charge headlong into the bottom-up stuff and you start getting pushy and choky, that's a red flag. You need to maybe contact me or stop and reevaluate what you're doing and get more oriented. There's some things in your technique and in your approach that need to be worked on before you get into this resistance training stuff.